Hey, Brian Sullivan, founder of Precise Selling, with your weekly video tip. Now, I hope you had a good summer. Hope you had a good family vacation. I had a big life lesson a couple weeks ago when I took my family on a cheesy carnival cruise, which really wasn't cheesy at all, actually. Perfect for me. Now, I flew down to Houston. I get all our bags out, my wife and my 3 kids, and we're waiting for our Lyft driver. Of course, we have an hour drive, and I'm thinking maybe a nice car will show up, a little cozy ride. It's not what happened. So instead, a 1968 or something like that flatbed, beat-up Ford pulls up, guy walks out, throws the bags in, and I'm immediately grumpy because I want a cozy drive for my next hour. So I'm already in this grumpy old mood, not in the mood to talk. Of course, I had one of those drivers who does like to talk. Now, he turns back to me and says, "Hey, how was the flight? Where are you guys from? Where's your vacation?" He starts asking me all these questions. And of course, he kind of broke me a little bit, right? Now, this elderly, skinny black man introduced himself as Jeremiah. And he followed up with all of these questions, right? And this is when he got me. He turned his head back, and I saw he was wearing a hat that said, "Ask me about Jesus." Of course, I had to do it, right? So I asked. And after asking, I got this big old smile out of him, and he began to tell my family how Jesus was all he ever needed in his life. He said, "Can you imagine each day how good it is because we know Jesus is looking out for us?" And the more he talked about who and what he loved, the bigger the smile got in this guy's face. It was really hard to be grumpy with this really happy, old, skinny man. Now, I want to learn more about Jeremiah, so I asked him where he was from. I asked him what he likes to do. And I asked him where he likes to spend the time. And this was wild. This is where he got me. He said, without breaking a smile, he said, I love to fish in between my dialysis treatments and doctor's appointments. And, I do teach Sunday school also. Now, we finally got to the cruise ship. Jeremiah gets out of his car, and he stares at this Carnival cruise ship, and he says, "That's the most amazing thing I have ever seen. You and your family you're going to have an amazing time." The energy flowing off of this guy was just unbelievable. Now, throughout this week, I'm on this boat, and I texted Jeremiah little pictures of the ship and pictures of the ocean and the beach. And these are beaches and parts of the ocean he has never seen. And at first, I think I was doing it because I felt bad and even guilty that this amazing, positive man has not and will not ever get to see the things my family would see that week. But then I kind of thought about it, and I realized that Jeremiah, this man, he didn't need it, or he didn't require it. This guy was genuinely happy that other people he just met in his Lyft car, were getting a chance to do it. This was the greatest gift he gave to me this week. His gift to my family was his happiness. And the joy I got from being in this man's presence was better than any margarita, snorkeling tour, or Macarena dance I got to do or had to do that week. It was a reminder to me that happiness doesn't come from things. It doesn't come from ships or beaches or oceans. It comes by how much happiness we bring to others. And that's what this guy was teaching me. Now, whether he meant to do it or not, over the past few weeks since we finished our trip, when I find myself bitching about little things, I think about how an old, skinny, diabetic Lyft driver has as much power as any human on earth. And that's the power to change others like me, my wife, and my kids through selflessness, humility, and love. So this week, hopefully the rest of the month, hopefully the rest of the year, I plan on being a lot more like my friend Jeremiah by trying to spread more happiness. I have to do that. And I hope you do too. If you do it, you might even get a Jesus hat out of the deal. We'll see you next week for your Precise Selling tip.